Hey guys, welcome back to Woods Tree Farm. I'm Phil, and today we need to do some watering, and we need to do some spot watering. And I've shared in previous videos our big 1.5-inch sprinklers, and they work pretty well. Shoots out a 50 to 70 foot radius in most cases, and waters a pretty large area at a time. But we have some long strips and some other areas that are less accessible, and we want to water the trees too. And I think we might be able to do it, some of it at least, a little bit quicker without the big overhead sprinklers. So we're going to try today a fire hose nozzle on our 2-inch layflat PVC hose, the same hose that we use for the sprinklers. It looks like this. I got it on Amazon. This one is actually a cheap one. It's made out of plastic, but this nozzle and the 2 adapters that were in the box were less than $30. So I figured it's worth a shot. Looks like it's got a gasket inside, so I shouldn't need any thread tape. We'll thread it up to the adapter, put it on the pipe, and see how it works. So that aluminum quick connect that was included with the pump fits just fine in the plastic quick connects that I already have. At least it appears to. We'll know when we cut on the water if it leaks or not. Let's find out. All right, Hudson, fire up the pump. Whoa! Yeah, that works. So that worked well, pretty much what I expected out of that. I didn't actually need to water over here, it just happened to be where the lay flat hose already was. So we're gonna pull up the hose, go over to another section over this way, and water a strip of flowers that we've planted up by the pond. Ready to do this little section. Now, a few months ago, we rented an excavator and we cleaned up around the pond, or excavated around the pond, and we also had to replace the pond overflow. I didn't film any of that for you guys because I'm a slacker. Sorry, but this area was all tore up from the excavation, and we thought, why don't we go ahead and plant some flowers here? So we've got about a 90-foot stretch here of flowers, 6 feet wide. We used our big 6-foot tiller, sprinkled some zinnia seed down in here, raked it in, and now, you know, while the plants are tiny and while it's crazy hot out, these need to get doused with water every couple days just to make sure they make it through the heat. So that's what we're gonna do. We also have areas around here, like right next to me, where we've put some straw on the ground and we're trying to reseed it. Trying to reseed in August is an awful idea, but that's what we're doing. We'll hit it again with some more seed as we approach the fall, as weather cools down just a little bit. But my son is getting some more seed right now. We're gonna sprinkle it in as we're watering with this. Shaky, shaky. Move the pump to the other side. They spread some more straw and some more seed. So we'll go ahead and spray all this down. I'm going to do some of these Leland cypress trees at the same time. There it goes. What?
There's a little leak and when you move it.
Oh, nice. Can you help pull? That's good. Well, I think that's going to work pretty good for the spot watering that we want to do. It took me about an hour to do all of the watering that I did today. So the first little test over in the flower patch, the other watering along the pond on the other side, and then what I did over here. So if you think about, you know, the time invested in that versus what was covered, I think it's pretty good. By comparison, if we put out the overhead sprinklers, they take about an hour to get almost an inch of water down on the ground over its entire radius. Its entire radius to cover this patch of Lelands here, I would have had to move it twice, or move it once. It would get half of it and then the other half that way to hit all of it. So it would have taken twice as long to get it done. I would have watered a lot more grass in addition to the trees by using the overhead, where if I use the overhead, I can direct more of the water at the base of the trees where it's needed, right at the root system, and less on the grass in the aisleways. So I feel good about that. I don't know what the output is on that nozzle, but I guess it's gotta be, well over, I don't know, it's probably a gallon every 2 seconds or so, if I had to guess. It's a lot. So a lot more than we would do with smaller hoses, which we've done in the past. We've tried to run like little garden hoses, and the most you're going to get out of those, even with a high pressure, is like 5-6 gallons a minute. So by comparison, we were probably getting 5-6 gallons every 10-15 seconds with that big nozzle. So we're just able to get a lot more water down where we want to get it. And like I said, I feel pretty good about that. Now, I'm not going to go and do the entire field in that method for a couple reasons, because it'll take a lot of time, because that 2-inch hose, when it's full of water, is heavy to drag around. That's really for spot spraying, where I can just get, with the nozzle generally where I can reach, move the hose as little as possible. If I really wanted to go up and down this entire field with that method, it would be an arduous task. So won't be doing that. But the pines and spruces in the field, I think they're okay. They don't seem to be stressed, but I wanted to get the Lelands, I want to get the firs some water. The firs I haven't done yet, but I'm going to do that next. And that way we know, they're taken care of. They do have a shallower root system anyway. So that's really the goal, is just to wet the top couple inches of soil right around the tree and move on. Hopefully there's a couple days next week that have a chance of rain, so hopefully we get a little bit of rain in the next couple days, but we'll have to see how it goes. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, these products that I share on the channel, many of them have affiliate links for Amazon where you can purchase them, and if you do purchase, that does support the channel here. A little bit of commission comes back to us, so we appreciate it. About $30 for that nozzle plus those 2 adapters. I think well worth it. If you got a use for it, check it out.